What's good, bro? So, I just touched down in Orlando, Florida, and it's already a pretty great trip. So, I went to, oh shit, my beard is coming back. Let's go. I went to, uh, obviously, I'm in Orlando. I got to the airport like 2.5 hours ago, around 10 a.m. It's about 1:30 now. And, oh shit, so that's like 3.5 hours ago. Yeah. But anyways, I got there, touchdown, and I'm so glad that I have people skills now. Because yesterday, when I was at the gym, I was asking one of my friends, Emmanuel, about Florida. Because I was like, yeah, I'm going to Florida pretty soon. And he's like, oh man, I'm always down there. And so he just like kind of helped me figure out like what navigation is like. And I was like, bro, you think I should rent a car? And he's like, bro, you have to. Have to. And I was thinking, oh, I'll just take Uber. It's like if it's Boston or New York, you just take Uber everywhere. It's like, nah, you gotta rent a car. So once I got to the airport, hit the rental place, got a rental car, and then I started heading to my Airbnb. So as I head to my Airbnb, I'm just cruising. I missed the exit, so I took the next exit. The next exit's actually Universal, so I'm mad close to Universal. And I took that exit, and then I drove all the way around, and I made it right to where my Airbnb is. I pull up to the Airbnb, and then I look inside the app, and I look at the check-in time. Mind you, I was probably getting there at around 11:30, maybe 12, and check-in time's at 3. So I'm like, oh, fuck. So I'm like, whatever. I check in. Well, I didn't check in. I messaged the lady who does the Airbnb, and she's like, check-in's at 3. So I'm like, damn, all right, all good. I had to go get food, and then I had to go do some grocery shopping anyways. So I'm like, all right, I'll just do the grocery shopping, get the food, and then head back to the B&B, or grocery shopping, food, and then go to the gym. So one or the other. I go into this restaurant. I just Google cool restaurants nearby or something to eat nearby, and I find this breakfast place. So I'm like, all right, word, I'll go get some breakfast. I'm mad hungry anyways, as it is. So I go to the breakfast place, and I get seated. They're like, just one? And I said, yep, just me. So she seats me down, and then as soon as I get seated, I ask if I can use the bathroom. So I go use the bathroom after I put in my order, of course, and then I sit back down, and then I see a girl walk in. She looks to be like anywhere between 20 and 30. I see her walk in, and I hear the lady say, oh, just one? And I didn't hear the lady's response, but I heard the hostess, or I saw her actually grabbing like multiple menus or something. So I'm like, maybe she's waiting for somebody. I'm like, whatever. So the girl sits down, and she sits down like right behind me. So after I come back from the bathroom, I see she's still sitting by herself. And so I'm like, yo, what do I have to lose? Literally nothing. So I get up, and I turn around and walk right behind me to the girl who's sitting in the bench, literally right behind me. And I'm like, excuse me. And she's like, yeah? And I'm like, are you sitting with anybody else? Are you waiting for somebody? And she's like, no, I'm not. I was like, you mind if I join you? And she was like, okay. She didn't really have much of a choice. She could have said no, I guess, but she let me join her. So I graced her with my presence, I'll have you know, actually. Anyways, so I joined her, I sat down, and it's kind of crazy. We literally just started talking, and I told her I'm here just visiting. She's like, oh, nice. I live in Orlando, but I just came back from Miami like a day ago. I was like, oh, word, that's what's up. And we went on, and we kept talking. And honestly, it was literally like a date. It's kind of crazy because this shit doesn't happen to everybody. Most people would literally just sit by themselves instead of go up to a stranger and ask them if they can join them. But I asked her if I could join her, and it actually went really well. She told me about her life. She told me what she does. She's in culinary school. She works at this hotel that's near Orlando Studios, but it's also a restaurant, and the restaurant is at the rooftop. And she can get people free tickets to Universal Studios. So she was like, yeah, I can get you a free ticket. Like, it pays to be a social person, literally. So we finish up. We have a really good conversation. She tells me a lot about her life in Orlando. She's Puerto Rican, and honestly, she probably talked like maybe 80% of the time, maybe 70 at the most. And every once in a while, I would chime in, and she's like, "So tell me about you." And I'm like, "All right, well, what exactly are you interested in?" She's like, "Well, what do you do for work?" I told her I do this and this and that. And she's like, "Well, what are your hobbies?" And I told her, I like to walk, go to the gym, read, and what else? Play piano, I think I said. And so she's like, "Oh, cool, interesting." And yeah, after it was just super smooth. But she's like, "Yeah, I gotta get going," because she had work in the afternoon. She works obviously as a chef, but she was like, "Yeah, I can get you into Universal Studios if you want." So I was thinking about buying my tickets to Universal Studios yesterday. Thankfully, I did not. But how would I have known that I could get free tickets? You have to do the hard work. You have to talk to people. You have to talk to strangers. I had no idea how that was going to go. But because I stepped out of my comfort zone, I just went and I did it. It actually went really well. So, yeah. I'm super grateful for that, and I'm excited to have a great trip in Florida. I'm going to be going to a conference in like 2 days, so I'm here now, and I'm going to have a fucking blast. That's a great way to start off the day, doing something challenging and getting rewarded for it. I paid for her meal. It was basically like we went on a date. I love this shit. Peace.